How much would you say that you know about the Holocaust? How much would you say that you learned about it in school, and did that bring you more compassion and understanding about those experiences? Why is it that we know more about the Holocaust that happened in Germany than we do about our own people's experiences here in America? The more understanding that we have of things, the more we can grow and we can create change that is beneficial to everyone. It is critical that we implement CRT in schools, because if we don't, the ignorance about systemic racism in America will just continue to get worse. I will be discussing what CRT is, with examples of BIPOC women's experiences, financial racism, the oppression that is still being denied to this day that creates dangerous situations for many individuals. According to the NAACP, LDF.org, critical race theory is an academic and legal framework that denotes systemic racism is a part of American society. We exist inside the system, therefore we are perpetuating things that are inside the system and have been. Part of that is systemic racism. There are still many people fighting for acknowledgement about these experiences, and it is critical that we try to understand them. CRT has actually been a part of higher education for about 40 years. It is not a new concept. It has had a push in recent years for lower education. CRT does not perpetuate color blindness. It pushes to change the way that we view things like the law and the justice system. It is not about guilt. It is about understanding racial disparities and how others feel inside of this system and how the system excludes them from the same liberties. I have brought different books that cover many topics that are useful in CRT. This book is Anti-Racist, The Color of Law, Hood Feminism. So you want to talk about race, and this book is Anti-Racist. All of these books cover different topics that, such as BIPOC women's experiences, the financial situation that the law has created for many people of color. Now, in regards to who is opposed and who is for, the liberal states are definitely more for CRT policies. The red states, however, are very much against. This all started in 2020 when Trump's executive order came out, denoting CRT as propaganda or divisive, and he really pushed for going against it and kind of erasing that aspect of history. In my search to find quotes from the opposition, I actually found a Republican reverend who said, "People do not understand it, so they preach against it. People do not understand it, so they use it as political weapon that only fosters division. Yet to say one believes in or against the theory is no different than saying that someone believes in or is against hammers. Like the carpenter's tool, the theory is nothing more than a tool that is used to understand how one's understanding of race informs people in particular contexts. There is no guilting, shaming, or victimizing in the theory unless selfish people seek to weaponize the theory for arrogant self-interest. Many people use the term propaganda to create division, when in reality, this is not a divisive thing. There is no doubt that issues of racism and prejudices and the trauma these things cause would be easier to prevent if CRT was implicated. There are tons of petitions everywhere, and the NAACP has tons of them. Twitter has tons of them. You can even find them on Instagram. We can't go back in time. We cannot change the past. However, we can move forward in the future, and I hope that now you have a better understanding of what CRT is and why it is so important. Change needs to be made immediately. There is no argument about that.